All Medicare Supplement, aka Medigap plans, come with yearly rate and price increases, okay? It's part of the nature of Medicare Supplement plans, and it's probably one of the biggest downsides of a Medicare Supplement plan is that price continuously and slowly but surely going up each and every year as you get older. Now, there's a lot of different reasons as to why Medicare Supplement plans go up in price: age, inflation, claims, etc. But one thing that you can be assured of is it is unavoidable if you are on a Medicare Supplement plan. I've always said to our clients that if anybody ever tells you that their Medicare Supplement plan or their Medicare insurance company that offers supplement plans does not go up in price, it is a lie. I've been around a long time. This isn't my first rodeo. I've been doing this for 10 years in the Medicare space. And one thing that I have seen is shysters telling people that their Medicare Supplement plan was the only one that did not go up in price, and then 12 months later they get hit with a 9, 10, 11% price increase, okay? Now, the exception to this would be if you're getting offered a Medicare Supplement plan that's not available to the public. Maybe it's part of a retirement plan and it's structured as a Medicare Supplement, but it's not a traditional private Medicare Supplement plan that's available to the masses, okay? That's the exception, but all Medicare Supplement plans, Plan Gs, Fs, Ns, go up in price as you get older. But this year in 2024, at the time of you watching this, we have seen larger Medicare Supplement price increases than we've seen in a very long time. Okay, it's been actually common to see double-digit rate increases, okay, no matter what plan you're on at that. I have seen other people on YouTube talk about Medicare plans and Medicare Supplement plans saying that if you're on a Plan N, usually your rate increases are lower than a Plan G, right? But that hasn't necessarily been true, and the data does not back that up in 2024 with some insurance companies. There's actually been some insurance companies we've observed that have gone up the exact same price for Plan N as they would have for Plan G or F. And I've also seen others that have gone up more for Plan N and G than F, right? So it's not a blanket statement across the board. We've seen a lot of 10, 15, and maybe even 18 to 20% rate increases across the country with different insurance companies this year. So the question remains, why is this happening and what can you as a Medicare beneficiary do about it? Well, the first thing is why this is happening is because of the ever increasing costs of medical care right now. Okay. Inflation is at an all-time high over the last couple of years. This is something that we have seen in our everyday lives, whether it be buying groceries at the store, whether it be your utility bills, whether it be your car insurance. Medical care is no different. And that trickles down to the claims that your Medicare supplement insurance company ends up having to pay. So this is why you're kind of seeing this universally happening with a majority of different insurance companies and plans across the nation. So how can you really avoid inflation and that? Well, you really can't in that regard, but what can you do about it if you got hit with a massive rate increase, okay? The first thing you can do is you can try to change your Medicare supplement plan and shop your rate from your current insurance company to another one. Now, there is certain limitations that prevent you from doing this, okay? So there are two situations for the majority of individuals that allow you to get on a Medicare supplement plan with no health questions or no underwriting, okay? And you can do this any time of the year if you can pass health questions in terms of changing. But outside of that, if you're trying to get by without health questions, these are the two scenarios you're going to deal with. First thing you have is Medicare open enrollment. What Medicare open enrollment means is when you first turn 65 or when you first get onto Medicare, maybe you delayed your Medicare and you started your Medicare at 67, 68, 69, whether it's turning 65 or whether it's when your Medicare started for the first time, either scenario counts for open enrollment. You're given a 6-month window to where you can essentially get onto a Medicare supplement plan with no health questions, with no underwriting. The insurance company has to take you. They don't really have a choice in the matter, regardless of your health. The other scenario is what's known as guaranteed issue. Now, what is guaranteed issue? There's a lot of reasons why someone might qualify for guaranteed issue, but essentially in a nutshell, guaranteed issue is when you are being dropped oftentimes through maybe an employer plan, a retiree plan. Maybe you're getting off of an employer plan because you're retiring. Maybe you're on a Medicare Advantage plan that's pulling out of your area and canceling all of their members in that particular area. Oftentimes, guaranteed issue is offered to folks that are being dropped or leaving other credible coverage through either no fault of their own, and sometimes even if it's something that they want to do, like a retirement plan or an employer plan, okay? These are the scenarios that you can get a Medicare supplement plan for no health questions, potentially, okay? Now, outside of that, let's say this isn't you. The only way to change from one Medicare supplement plan to another is to be able to go through health questions and underwriting. Now, how difficult are these health questions, you might ask? It's going to depend on the particular insurance company that you are looking at. Some ask a multitude of questions and are very, very strict. Others don't ask as many questions and they're a little bit more accepting in terms of who they were or willing to let come into their plan. Now, what I always tell people is if you have something like cancer, or you've been in the hospital in the last 3 to 6 months, or if you have some other type of extremely chronic illness or disease, you might have a difficult time getting accepted into a Medicare supplement plan. Other plans might accept you, but they might accept you at an increased rated up cost that may even potentially be more than what you're paying right now. Now, if you think that there's a chance that you health-wise might be able to qualify for a plan, or you're relatively healthy, it is something that you have the option to any time of the year. There is no open enrollment period for this. The Medicare annual enrollment period or the Medicare annual election period in the fall does not apply to Medicare supplement plans. It is for Medicare Advantage and individual prescription drug plans, or Part D plans, also known as that, exclusively. It has nothing to do with Medicare supplement plans. So any time of the year, you can shop your Medicare supplement plan and see if you can qualify to move to a different insurance company at a different rate. In our organization, we typically find that this is something you probably should do every so often to see if you can get the same plan, because all insurance companies that do Medicare supplement plans have universal same coverage. This is essentially standardized by Medicare. They just all charge different prices and have different price increases. So working with a good brokerage like us can assist you in helping find out if this is a possibility for you. We work with people in over 45 states. We're licensed in over 45 states. Our services are free. They have no cost to you. So if you find yourself in this situation getting hammered by high rate increases, give us a call and we will be happy to kind of look at your situation and see if you might qualify to change your plan to a different Medicare supplement company with no difficulties, and see if you'd be able to qualify for the health questions and the underwriting that insurance company asks. Okay. Now there are a couple of exceptions. Like if you live in Washington or Maine, they actually have a situation where you can change your Medicare supplement plan anytime you want, all year round, with no health questions, no underwriting. It's a free-for-all. So if you live in some of those states, you have some exceptions to that. You also have some states like California that have something that's known as the birthday rule. What the birthday rule is on the month of your birthday every year, you're able to change to a new insurance company with no health questions as well. So if you live in a state that is a birthday rule state, or Washington and Maine, which is all year round, no health questions, we can change you at any given time and try to find you a better rate. If you're outside of one of those types of scenarios, we'd have to go through health questions, but we are very good at looking through the options, finding out if there's any that you qualify for. So if you think there's a possibility, give us a call, 801-255-5340. Again, 801-255-5340. We're happy to take a look at for you. Our services are no cost to you, no obligation. So even if you're just curious to find out, we'd be happy to assist with that. But this is what you can do with Medicare supplement plans. You can look around and see if you can change to a different one that is a lower cost. Not to worry, there is no worry of your benefits getting worse. All Medicare supplement plans provide the exact same benefits from one insurance company to another, as long as you're in the same plan that you're in now. So it's all about essentially being on a plan that is a good rate for you, but also we want to pay attention to the likelihood of that insurance company going up more than other companies as time goes on. That's another thing that we look at for you when we work with you. But essentially, this is what's going on in the industry right now: Medicare supplement rate increases and what you can do about them. Hope this video answered your question. I hope you found it educational, insightful. If you did, the only thing we ask for in return is to please smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It's going to help more people like you find our information who desperately need to find it. Make sure to comment your thoughts down below. What do you think about this? Should Medicare supplement plans be allowed to raise prices like this? Should they be allowed to ask health questions like this? Comment down below. We'd love to have a dialogue with you about it and hear your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe. We put out weekly videos just like this to help you educate on Medicare and know kind of what your options are and be enlightened. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. We'll see you guys next time. Happy Medicaring, everybody.